Um, I mean, she's doing good for all accounts, but I
Okay.
mean, like, I don't have my house, so,
Yeah.
whatever. It's all good.
Oh, it's all good.
It's gonna omen out.
Yeah, that's the way it happens. That's the way it happens.
Totally. Oh my gosh. For real. Okay, I'm gonna plug in my mic. So, please let me know if you are unable to hear me, but I think that you should be able to still hear me.
Okie doke.
You have like 6 other people signed up, so.
Here, I'm gonna mute everybody. And we're gonna get started because it's 6:30. Can everybody hear me? Yeah, right on. Cool. Wait, hold on. I don't know if Christina can. Unmute. Christine, can you hear me?
Yes.
You can. Okay,
Yeah.
awesome. Okay, cool.
I'm gonna
Well,
mute myself.
I'm gonna mute you. Don't worry. Have a seat, my love. Okay. So we are gonna seated. Yay! And Sierra was kind enough to join me today so that I had somebody to demo things, and then I can kind of keep an eye on you guys too, and just offer some since I can't do hands-on, and we all know hands-on is my favorite. And I'm also not going to do hands-on adjustments on you because I am doing social distancing like a responsible adult. So let us begin by finding a comfortable seat, whatever that is for you. And I want you to bring your hands to your thighs or your knees with your palms facing down. And go ahead and close your eyes. And let's just start by taking a few deep breaths. And I even want you to see if you can find the depth of your breath. And by that, I mean, I want you to fill up to the top, right, when you inhale. So like really imagine as you breathe into the lungs, right, that you're expanding the rib cage and finding the very top of your inhale. And then you're gonna exhale, right, and let all the breath out. And see if you can even slow it down a little bit so that your inhale and exhale are a little bit longer. I feel like sometimes we're a bit rushed, right? When it comes to our breath, it's like we take this really fast inhale and it kind of tapers off, and we get to the top and then we just let it all out like super fast. And though it does feel nice and it feels like a release, we want to be in a place with equanimity, right? We want to be able to move through our practice with this even breath, right? We want to move through our practice with even effort. And by that, I mean, we want to be able to find where we're giving like 85%, right? We never want to be giving 110. We don't want to give up our energy. The whole point of the practice is to create energy and building strength and finding stability, right? So that we can move through our life and have an even breath, right? So coming back to your breath again, I want you to bring one hand over your navel and one hand over your sternum. Now, the hand that's over the navel, as you inhale, I want you to think about breathing all the way down to the belly. And then exhale, letting the air out. Do that 2 more times, breathing all the way down to the belly. And then exhale. And for this last one, you're going to inhale all the way down to the belly, like you're breathing into the hand that's over the navel. And then as you exhale, I want you to notice, right, the muscles that we use to push the breath out, right? You start to notice some really deep abdominals. And I want you to take your hand that's over your navel and just slide it down, maybe like an inch or two. So it's like right below your belly button and kind of like right between your hip bones. You're going to tone up the lower abdominals. And then notice that when you inhale, keeping that tone, how we breathe up into the chest, up into the hand, over the sternum, over the heart. And exhale here. Right? So we want to keep the tone of the lower abdominals the entire time through the inhale and the exhale. And now really start to notice when you inhale how you can like consciously bring your breath and attention up into the lungs and find expansion. Right? One more breath like that. Maybe even moving into Ujjayi breath, creating a little bit of sound with your breath, right? Lightly constricting the back of the throat. And we'll take one more full breath in. On the exhale, bringing the chin towards the chest. And then we're going to float the left ear to the left shoulder. And just pause here. Right? Maybe even bring your left hand up to the side of the head, just letting the weight of the hand gently open the right side of the neck. And then you're going to reach your right fingertips down towards the floor. And then let's drop the chin towards the collarbone, look down to the left knee. And then you're going to release your left hand next to your left hip. Inhale your right arm up and come over to the left. So now really creating space on the right side of the body. We're going to inhale, reach through the right fingertips, and on the exhale, let the right hip be heavy. Look down to your left hand, and then roll your right shoulder back. Look up towards the ceiling and even reach your right hand up towards the ceiling. Come all the way up. Bring your right hand behind your right hip, your left hand to your right knee. Take a full breath in, and on the exhale, rotate to the right and look over the right shoulder. One more breath here. And then we'll come back to center. You're going to walk your hands forward, hinging forward at the hips. Let the head be heavy, and then close the eyes. I want you to notice where you feel tension, right? Where do you feel like you're holding on, right? And no judgment, you don't have to go further. Just an act of noticing, right? Where we hold on to things, right? It's not necessarily bad. Right? A lot of times when we run into these boundaries or these places of tension and tightness, they're there for a reason, right? Your body is like stopping you from going too far. Take another full breath in. And then walk the hands back. What we're going to do is we're going to switch the cross of the legs. Right? So now, as you cross your legs, you're going to have your opposite leg in front, and it'll probably feel pretty weird because we've all been sitting the exact same way since we were in kindergarten or preschool. Bring your hands to your thighs, palms face down. Tone up your lower abdominals. Nice. Close your eyes and just notice how it feels to change even the smallest things, right? Even just which leg you have in front. Now, as you inhale, think about lifting up through the sternum. On the exhale, bring your chin towards the chest. And then we're going to float the right ear towards the right shoulder and just pause here, right? Your right ear is not going to touch your shoulder, right? Instead, think shoulders are heavy and how much space you can create on the left side of the neck. Now, place the right hand on top of the head. And then bring the chin down towards the collarbone, look down to the right knee. We're going to release the right hand next to the right hip. Inhale the left arm up, come over to the right. And then really reach through your left fingertips. Take a full breath in, and on the exhale, let your left hip be heavy. And keep looking down to the right hand. So you're gonna roll the left shoulder back a little bit, reach up towards the ceiling, look up to your left thumb. Come all the way up, bring your left hand behind your left hip, your right hand to your left knee. Full breath in, sit up tall. Exhale, look over the left shoulder. 2 more breaths. And we'll come back to center and then walk the hands forward, hinge at the hip, come into a forward fold and close your eyes again, right? And maybe you notice that you have one side that's a little more open than the other. And then I want you to, instead of noticing where there's restriction or tightness, right? I want you to notice, where does this feel good? And take a full breath there. Nice, walk the hands back. Let's come on to all fours. And then move through like 3 or 4 cat and cows and just get a little bit of movement through the spine. See if even here, you can keep a tone through the lower abdominals. I think it's warm enough in here. What do you think? Yeah, woo. It was cold when I first got here. Okay, so what we're gonna do from here is you're gonna come back to a neutral spine. You're gonna make sure that your toes are curled under, right? Now, tone up your lower abdominals. We're not doing cat and cow right now. What I want you to do is inhale, breathe into the side of the rib cage, and then you're gonna open the mouth and exhale. The idea here is when we inhale, we're expanding, right, the rib cage mostly through the sides of the rib cage. And then when you open your mouth and exhale, can you try to keep the expansion in the side of the rib cage? So let's do 3 of those. Inhale through the nose. Open the mouth, exhale. Inhale through the nose. Open the mouth, exhale. One more. Inhale through the nose. Open the mouth, exhale. Nice. Inhale through the nose one more time. Fill up the side of the rib cage. This time on your exhale, lift your knees 2 inches so your shins are parallel to the floor. Take another inhale, breathe into the side of the rib cage again. On your exhale, lower your knees. We're gonna do 1 cat and cow. So you'll inhale, drop the belly, lift the chest, look forward, nice. Exhale, round the back, head is heavy. Inhale, come back to neutral. Fill up the sides of the rib cage. Exhale, lift the knees 2 inches. 1 full cycle of breath here. Inhale. Open the mouth, exhale. Knees are still up. Inhale. Exhale, lower the knees. 1 cat and cow. Inhale, lift the tailbone, lift the heart, lift the gaze. Exhale, round the back, head is heavy. Nice. Inhale, come back to neutral. Exhale, lift your knees 2 inches. We're staying here for 2 breaths. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale. Stay through the exhale. Another inhale here. Exhale, lower the knees. 1 more cat and cow. Inhale, lift the tailbone, lift the heart, lift the gaze. Exhale, round the back. Really hug the lower ribs in and up. Now take your hips up and back to down dog. Keep it a short down dog, right? Pedal your feet out, like really deliberately, right? Bend one knee, send the opposite heel down towards the floor, and then stay there for a moment. and then switch sides so that you're really feeling the entire stretch through the back of the leg. Now let's lift the heels up high and then lower down to the knees. So coming back to tabletop, but then I want you to scooch forward on your mat a little bit. So you have room behind you. Curl your toes under on the mat. Now extend your right foot straight back behind you so that your right foot's on the floor. And then you're gonna press back through your heel and stretch out through the back of the leg. And then kind of rock back and forth so that you're stretching back through the heel. And then as you come forward, you're stretching through the sole of the foot. Now, as you come forward here, bring your shoulders over your wrists. Make sure your toes are curled under on both feet. Inhale, breathe into the side of the rib cage. On the exhale, lift your left knee 2 inches, right? You can keep your left foot on the floor. I want you to think shoulder stability, right? Torso is strong. Inhale here. Exhale, lower the left knee down. Now, inhale, take the right leg up. Lift the heart, lift the gaze, and then exhale, hug your right knee to your nose, round the back. So think like a cat and cow with a leg extension. Inhale, reach the right leg back, lift the heart. Exhale, hug the right knee into the nose. Nice, one more like that. Inhale, reach the right leg back, look forward. Exhale, hug the right knee into the nose. Now, inhale, take your right leg up and back, 3-legged dog. Lift from the inner thigh of the right leg. So you're gonna point your toes, right? Think that you have like the straightest right leg in the world. Take a full breath in. On the exhale, bring your right knee to the nose. We're gonna do 2 more like that. Inhale, reach it back. Exhale, right knee to the nose. Last one, inhale, extend back. This time on the exhale, bring your right foot forward to your hands, lower your back knee. Inhale, arms come up, interlace all 10 fingers, release your pointer finger. Take a full breath in, think about lifting the rib cage away from the hips. Now lean over to the right. Right? Keep the tone of the lower abdominals so that as you lift up through the heart, right? You're getting lots of space. Even lift the chin away from the chest. Come back to center. Release your hands down to the mat. Plant your left palm below your left shoulder. Reach your right arm up. Now, send your right knee forward just a little bit. Be mindful that it doesn't try to go out to the side. Keep pressing down through the big toe and the pinky toe of the right foot. Now release your right hand down, step your right foot back, come into down dog. Inhale, come forward to plank. Exhale, lower all the way down. Inhale, cobra. Exhale, back to down dog. Perfect. Lift your heels up high. Lower down to your knees. Maybe come forward to the front of your mat so you have room behind you, and then extend your left foot straight back, curl your toes under on the floor, right? So your left foot is on the floor, and then you're gonna press back through your heel. So feel the stretch through the back of the heel, right? The calf, and then bring the weight forward so that you start to stretch out through the toes and the sole of the foot, and then kind of go back and forth. And do that a couple of times and just notice where you carry tension, right? I find that for the most part, everything is connected. So if we can stretch out the feet, the toes, right? This is just gonna help us out with the hamstrings and the back. Now bring your shoulders over your wrists. Pause here. I want you to make sure your toes are curled under on both feet. Now inhale, breathe into the side of the rib cage. On your exhale, lift your right knee 2 inches, right? So think sturdy, right? You're strong. The shoulders are set, right? You're toning up the lower abdominals. Take a full breath in. Exhale, lower the right knee. Inhale, take your left leg up, lift the heart, lift the gaze. Exhale, left knee to the nose, round the back. 2 more like that. Inhale, extend. Kind of like a cat and cow, right? With the leg extension. Exhale, round, draw everything in. Inhale, extend back. Last one. Exhale, left knee to the nose. Now you're going to inhale, take your left leg up and back, three-legged dog. Lift from the inner thigh of the left leg. Now point your left toes so that you feel extension from the front of the left hip all the way through the front of the foot. Inhale here. Exhale, left knee to the nose, round the back. Inhale, extend the left leg back. Exhale, left knee to the nose. Let's do one more. Inhale, extend back. Now exhale, bring your left foot forward to your hands. Lower your back knee. Inhale, the arms come up. Interlace all 10 fingers. Release your pointer finger. Take a full breath in. Think of lengthening through the side of the body. And then exhale, lean over to the left. So as you lean over to the left, feel the lift up through the front of the body, and then maybe soften the shoulders a little. Bring the chin away from the chest just slightly. Now inhale, come back to center. Release your hands down to the mat. Plant your right palm. Reach your left arm up. Right? And then be mindful of your left knee. What is it doing? Are you hugging it in and then sending the left knee forward to go deeper? Cool, one more breath. Release your left hand down. Step your left foot back to meet your right. Come into down dog. Let's inhale, come forward to plank. Exhale, lower all the way down. Inhale, cobra. Exhale, back to down dog. Nice, 5 breaths here. Once you come into this down dog, I want you to see if you can take away all the big movements, right? So that any movement you do make is really subtle. It's like you spread your fingers out, you press into the inside of the palm of the hand, and it's like from that action of pressing into the inside of the palm of the hand, you're lengthening out through the side of the body. Maybe even soften the knees. See if the heels can come closer to the floor. 2 more breaths. One more. Now look forward to your hands. Walk your feet forward to meet your hands. Nice. Now, once you get your feet up to your hands, I want you to notice your feet, right? Toes pointing forward, heels pointing back. Let's bring the feet like hip distance apart. You're going to bend your knees enough that you can just drape the upper body over the thighs. So the arms are going to hang heavy, the head's going to hang heavy. You're going to shake your head yes and no. Release any tension in the neck. And then interlace your hands behind your head. So think pinkies resting at the base of the skull, and you're gonna hug your elbows in and see if you can touch your elbows to your shins, right? So really curling into kind of like a ball in the upper back, like take the shoulder blades away from each other and see if when you inhale, right, you can find more space in the back of the body. Now, if it feels available to you, you can rock the upper body side to side any amount and get a little more length through the sides of the body, right? Like the muscles right next to the spine. And then come back to center, right? Keeping the bend in the knee, we're gonna slowly roll up to standing with the hands behind the head. Once the head comes up, we're gonna straighten the legs, tone up the lower abdominals with the elbows out to the side. I want you to do something for me. Look down towards your feet and notice that your lower ribs came in a little bit. Now you're gonna bend your knees just until they get like over the toes. And then I want you to straighten your legs, but send your hips forward just a little bit. Lift up through the sternum, press the head back into the hands. So you're coming into this very slight back bend, opening up the front of the body. Now come back to center, bring your hips back, lift the head, point your elbows forward. And then we're gonna do the same thing, little bend in the knee, tone up the lower abdominals, press the hips forward, start to straighten the legs, press the head back into the hands. But now the elbows are pointing up towards the ceiling. Hug your elbows in, yes. One more breath here. And come back to center. Now, interlace your hands behind your back, right? We're gonna take the hands, draw them down towards the heels, roll the shoulders back, keep hugging the lower ribs in as you lift up through the sternum, lift the chin, inhale. On your exhale, soften the knees, hinge at the hip, forward fold. Let the head be heavy. And I wanna get full range of motion with the neck. So look to the right, and then come through center and look to the left. Nice. Come back to center. Inhale, lift the sternum. Exhale, release the hands down to the mat. We're gonna slide the right foot back, lower the back knee, uncurl the back toes. Inhale, bring the arms up. And then I want you to press down into the left foot. So maybe the hips come out of the lunge a little bit. Draw your left hip back. Full breath in here. Tone up the lower abdominals. And then exhale, release the hands down to the mat. Step the left foot back, down dog. Inhale, come forward to plank. Exhale, lower all the way down. Inhale, cobra. Exhale, back to down dog. Bring your big toes to touch. Inhale the right leg up. Exhale, bring the right foot forward to your hands. Come up onto your fingertips. I want you to pause here, right? I want you to think about your left leg being really strong, and then you're just gonna float the torso up so your hands are floating above the ground. Now, the only thing we're moving is we're taking the arms back, reaching towards the left heel. Tone up the lower abdominals, lift up through the sternum a little bit more. Now with the next inhale, come all the way up to crescent, arms up by the ears. Exhale, release the hands down to the mat. Step the left foot forward, forward fold. Inhale, come all the way up. Exhale, hands to the heart. Inhale, reach up. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, look forward. Exhale, step your left foot back. Nice, lower the back knee. Inhale, the arms come up. So we're gonna pause here. I want you to think about pressing down into the right foot, tone up the lower abdominals so that as you reach up through the fingertips, you feel like you're lifting your rib cage up away from the hips. Nice, now sit a little deeper. Full breath in. Exhale, release the hands down to the mat. Step the right foot back, down dog. Inhale, come forward to plank. Exhale, lower all the way down. Inhale, cobra. Exhale, back to down dog. Bring your big toes to touch. Inhale your left leg up. Exhale, left foot forward. So come up to your fingertips. Fire up your right leg. Think about your right leg being really strong, right? Let the legs support the body. Let's float up so the fingertips are pointing down towards the floor. Now the only thing that's gonna move is the arms. Reach the hands back towards the right heel. Okay, with the next inhale, lift up to crescent. Stay through the exhale. Take a full breath in. Exhale, release the hands down to the mat. Step the right foot forward, forward fold. Inhale, come all the way up. Reach the arms up overhead, palms to touch. Exhale, hands to the heart. Inhale, reach up. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, look forward. Exhale, step the right foot back. Lower the back knee. Inhale, arms come up. Exhale, release the hands down. Step the left foot back. Come into down dog. Inhale, come forward to plank. Exhale, lower all the way down. Inhale, cobra. Exhale, back to down dog. Bring your big toes to touch. Inhale your right leg up. Exhale, right foot forward. Come up onto your fingertips. Look forward. Inhale. Exhale, step your left foot forward, forward fold. Inhale, come all the way up to standing. Reach the arms up overhead, palms to touch. Exhale, hands to the heart. Inhale, reach up. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, look forward. Exhale, step the left foot back. Lower the back knee. Inhale, arms come up. Exhale, release the hands down. Step the right foot back. Come into down dog. Inhale, come forward to plank. Exhale, lower all the way. Inhale, cobra. Exhale, back to down dog. Bring your big toes to touch. Inhale, your left leg up. Exhale, your left foot forward. Come up onto your fingertips. Inhale, look forward. Exhale, step your right foot forward to meet the left, forward fold. Inhale, come all the way up to standing. Reach the arms up overhead, palms to touch. Exhale, hands to the heart. Nice. Bring your big toes to touch, right? Bring your arms down by the side of the body, and then we're gonna bend the knees, sit the hips into chair. Bring your fingertips so they're on either side. You're like framing your feet, right? Now, notice Sierra's in like the smallest chair ever. She's gonna stay in her tiny, tiny chair. Her hips are not gonna come up at all. But on her next inhale, she's gonna lift her torso and bring the arms up by the ears. Now, think about this. It's the lower half of the body that's doing all the work. So I even want you to bend your elbows so you have like a goalpost with the arms so that you can soften the shoulders. Now, think about hugging the inner thighs together, squeezing the hips together, tone up the lower abdominals, lift up through the chest. Now stay deep, 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 deep. Goalpost arms. Inhale, reach the arms up by the ears. Exhale, forward fold. You're all too much chair. Inhale, look forward. Exhale, plant your palms, step your feet back to plank. Pause here in plank. Inhale, look forward. Exhale, lower halfway. Inhale, pull through, open the chest. Exhale, back to down dog. Bring your big toes to touch. Inhale, your right leg up. Exhale, right foot forward to your hands. Now, inhale, come up to warrior one, right? So warrior one is the warrior position that you face forward, right? It's the forward facing lunge. We're gonna be here for a few breaths. So I want you to bend your elbows again, like a goalpost, so that we can soften in the shoulders. Now really focus on your legs. You're gonna press into the outside of your left foot, tone up your lower abdominals, and then you're gonna bend your right knee a little bit more. And then I want you to very subtly, like maybe nobody would even see a difference, but I want you to think about pulling your right hip back, right? Like a centimeter, so subtle. From here, keeping the depth, inhale, reach the arms up. Exhale, release the hands down to the mat, step the right foot back, lower halfway. Inhale, pull through. Exhale, back to down dog. Bring your big toes to touch. Inhale, your left leg up. Exhale, bring your left foot forward. Inhale, come up to warrior one, right? And then bend your elbows so we can soften in the shoulders, right? We can focus on the legs because the whole point of all these standing poses is to create strength in the legs. So I want you to press into the outside of the right foot a lot. And then bend your left knee just a little bit more. And then really subtly, we'll draw the left hip back. Now, keeping all these things, inhale, reach the arms up. Exhale, release the hands down to the mat, step the left foot back, lower halfway. Inhale, pull through. Exhale, back to down dog. That was lovely. 5 breaths here. Right, again, making all those subtle changes. 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. Inhale, look forward. Exhale, walk or float the feet forward to meet the hands. You're gonna inhale, lift up halfway. Exhale, forward fold, heel toe your feet together, big toes touch. Bend your knees, sit your hips into chair, arms come up. On the exhale, stand all the way up, hands together in front of the heart. Beautiful. Inhale, bend the knees, arms come up, chair. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, look forward. Exhale, plant your palms, step back to plank. Bonus breath here. Inhale, look forward. Exhale, lower halfway. Nice. Inhale, pull through. Exhale, back to down dog. Bring your big toes to touch. Inhale your right leg up. Exhale, bring your right foot forward to your hands. Inhale, come up to warrior one. We're staying through the exhale. Sit a little bit deeper. Nice. Inhale, think about lifting up through the sternum. And then exhale, release the hands down to the mat. Step the right foot back, lower halfway. Inhale, pull through, open the chest. Exhale, back to down dog. Big toes touch. Inhale the left leg up. Exhale the left foot forward to the hands. Inhale, come up to warrior one. Exhale, sit a little bit deeper. Inhale, lift up through the sternum. Exhale, release the hands down to the mat. Step the left foot back, lower halfway. Inhale, pulls through to up dog. Exhale, back to down dog. Nice. 3 breaths here. Right, see if you can soften the shoulders away from the ears, like you're letting the head hang heavy. 1, 2, 3. Nice. Look forward to your hands. Walk or float your feet forward to meet the hands. Inhale, lift halfway. Exhale, forward fold. Head is heavy. Heel toe the feet together. Big toes touch. Bend the knees. Inhale, chair. Arms come up. Exhale, come all the way up to standing. Hands together in front of the heart. So we're going to add on. Inhale, bend the knees, chair. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, look forward. Exhale, plant the palms. Step or float your feet back through, lowering halfway. Chaturanga. Inhale, pull through to up dog. And then exhale, back to down dog. Okay, inhale the right leg up. Exhale the right foot forward to the hands. You're going to inhale, come up to warrior one. But then we're going to exhale and open up to warrior two. You may need to adjust your feet just a little bit. Let's inhale, turn the palms to face up, and then exhale, reverse. Right arm up, left arm down. Nice. Stay here for a breath. I want you to tone up the lower abdominals, right? And then maybe bend your knee a little bit more. Very nice. Inhale, come up to warrior two. On the exhale, we're going to reach through the right fingertips. Bring your right forearm to your right thigh, left arm over the left ear. Extended side angle. Nice. 2 breaths here. Tone up your lower abdominals and press into your right forearm so that you're lengthening the right side of the body. Now roll your left rib cage back a little bit. Yes. Inhale, come up to warrior two. Stay here. Nice. Release your hands down to the mat. Step the right foot back. Move through any vinyasa you like. We'll meet in down dog. Let's bring the big toes to touch at the back of the mat. Inhale the left leg up. Exhale the left foot forward. Inhale, come up to warrior one. Exhale, open up to warrior two. We're just moving through. Inhale turns the palms to face up, and then exhale, reverse. Left arm up, right arm down. Sit a little bit deeper. Nice. Inhale, come up to warrior two. Exhale, reach through your left fingertips. Left forearm to left thigh, right arm over the right ear. Nice. Pause here. I want you to tone up the lower abdominals. Press into your left forearm. Reach through your right fingertips. Extended side angle, left side. We'll let Michael jump in here. Okay, inhale, come up to warrior two. How cute is he? Exhale, release your hands down to the mat. Step your left foot back. Move through any vinyasa that feels good. Right, we're gonna meet in down dog. We're gonna spend 1 breath here. So inhale through the nose. Exhale. Inhale, look forward to your hands. Exhale, walk or float your feet forward. Inhale, lift the gaze, long spine. Exhale, fold in, heel toe your feet together, big toes touch. Bend your knees, arms come up. Inhale. Exhale, hands together in front of the heart. Come all the way up to standing. Beautiful. Inhale, chair. We'll switch it up a little bit. Okay, from here, you're gonna sweep the arms down and back and look down to your toes. So think your torso is parallel to the floor. You're looking down to your feet and you're reaching your hands back towards the wall behind you. Looking down to your feet, I want you to bring your weight into the left foot and lift your right heel. Right? And then maybe keeping a bend in the left knee, we're gonna bring the right heel up towards the bum, right? So this should be pretty hard on the left thigh, yeah? But we're gonna inhale, straighten both legs, come into warrior three, which feels nice because now we have a straight left leg. Tone up the lower abdominals, reach the fingertips back. Take your arms out in a T, release your left hand down, right arm up, Ardha Chandrasana. 5 breaths here. Think about toning up your lower abdominals. And then I want you to activate your right foot. So flex your right foot. Yeah. 2 more breaths here, right? Keep pressing through your right heel. And then release your right hand down. So we're gonna do a little reset for the pelvis. You're gonna bend both knees and then re-extend the right leg, standing splits. So you're gonna look at your left shin and maybe walk your hands back in line with your your left foot, right? Maybe you're working on balance. And that looks like maybe bringing one hand to your left foot and then switching which hand it is. Or maybe it's both hands on your left foot. Now let's walk the hands forward just a little bit, right? Look forward. We're gonna bend the right knee and place it behind your left heel. Let's go ahead and have a seat. So we've got the left foot on the outside of the right thigh, and we're gonna hug the left knee towards the right shoulder so that we almost feel like we are making that space a little bit smaller. And then bring your left hand behind your left hip, sit up tall, and then look over your left shoulder, coming into more of a twist. Right, and it should feel nice to get a little bit of a release through that hip and thigh. One more breath here. Perfect. We're gonna come back to center. Now, we're gonna bring our feet to the floor, hands behind your thighs. Lift your feet up off the floor, reach your hands forward, coming into boat. 5 breaths here. If this starts to bother the front of your hips at all, like your hip flexors, bring your hands behind your thighs and lift up through your chest so that you make your lower abdominals work a little bit harder than the hip flexors. 2 more breaths. Last one. Okay, we're gonna cross the legs, plant the palms, step or float the feet back through any vinyasa that feels good. And we'll meet in down dog. Perfect. Bring your big toes to touch. Let's take the left leg up. Bend your left knee, stack your left hip on top of the right, but I want you to look underneath your right armpit and see if you can see your left foot. Now, can you bend your right knee and lift your right heel up? Yeah. Now, maybe it's just a matter of just letting the left foot tip over back behind you and make sure you have nothing in the way, no cats or dogs or coffee tables. Yeah, coming into wild thing, reaching through your left fingertips, full breath here. And then flip it back over, left leg up. 3-legged dog. Take a breath here. Point your left toes. Inhale. Now exhale, bring your left knee forward and let's come into pigeon on the left side. Before you get too cozy in your pigeon, I want you to curl your right toes under and come up onto your fingertips. Now lift your back knee, okay? Press into your left shin, draw your left hip back just a little bit. Now lower your right thigh, your knee, uncurl the toes, and then walk your hands forward and come onto your forearms. And just breathing here for probably about 5 breaths. Just getting a nice opening through the hips. Which will probably feel nice, especially if you do have a dog, because you've probably been on about 18 walks today. Dogs have never been so healthy and happy. It's the time of their life. But I'll remember 2020, the roaring 20s. We went on so many walks. Yeah, yeah. Okay, one more breath here. Okay, one more thing for this hip. Let's walk the hands back. We're gonna roll onto, no, I was kidding. Curl your back toes under, take your left leg up and back. And then lower the left foot to meet the right, down dog. Look forward to your hands, and then let's walk or float the feet forward. You'll inhale, lift up halfway, and then exhale, bend the knees, sit the hips into chair. Inhale, bring the arms up, and then exhale, sweep the arms down and back, right? So again, we're reaching the fingertips back behind us, and think our torso is like parallel to the floor. We're looking down to our toes. Then we're gonna lift our left heel. So we're bringing more weight into the right leg. Keep the bend in the right knee. Now let's take the left heel up towards the bum and just stay here for a minute, right? Feel how hard the right leg works. Inhale, open up to warrior 3, right? And enjoy the sensation of getting to straighten your right leg, tone up your lower abdominals. Take your arms out like a T. Now release your right hand down and left arm up. Ardha Chandrasana. You have to flex your left foot. Think like you're pressing your left heel into the wall behind you. Inhale here. On your exhale, release your left hand down. So let's do a little reset for the pelvis. You'll bend both knees, straighten the pelvis out, and then re-extend the left leg, point the toes, let the head be heavy. Now we're looking at the right shin. Maybe you make this about balance. Maybe you start to walk your hands back so they're in line with your right foot. Maybe you bring one hand to your right ankle. Maybe you switch which hand that is. Maybe it's both hands. Nice. Okay, walk your hands forward. Take an inhale, look forward. On your exhale, we're gonna bend the left knee, bend the right knee, place the left knee behind your right foot. So we're coming back to our seat. Okay, we have the right foot over the left thigh. And then the idea here is we wanna get the right knee towards the left shoulder, right? So we wanna lose any space between the knee and the shoulder. Then bring your right hand behind your right hip, sit up tall, and then rotate to the right. 3 breaths. Getting a nice release through the right hip, and then a pretty deep twist to boot. One more. Nice. Look forward. Okay, we're gonna release that, and we're gonna find boat. Okay, so we bring hands behind the thighs so that we can lift up through the sternum, and then you're gonna bring your toes in line with your eyes and spread your toes out. And then maybe reach your arms forward. 3 more breaths here. If you're like, I want more, you can straighten your legs, but remember, we wanna keep toes in line with the eyes. One more. Okay, we're gonna cross the legs, plant the palms, step back, move through any vinyasa you want. We'll meet in down dog. Once we come into down dog, let's bring the big toes to touch. We'll inhale the left leg up, and then we'll lower it because I meant to say the right leg. So we'll inhale the right leg up. Okay, bend your right knee, stack your right hip on top of the left. And this is like option one. If this feels good, stay here, right? Maybe you look underneath your left shoulder, make sure there's nothing in the way, right? Give a little bend to your left knee, lift your heel, and then maybe the foot just softly lands back behind you, coming into wild thing, reaching through your right fingertips, opening up through the heart, full breath in, and then flip it back over. Three-legged dog. Nice. Okay, let's bring your right knee forward, come into pigeon, right side. But then be mindful, we want to do a couple of things before we come into it. So curl your back toes under, lift your back knee, press into your right shin, take a full breath in. On the exhale, move your left hip back and then lower the knee, uncurl the toes, and walk your hands forward. 5 breaths. Three more. Sierra, do you feel anything here? Okay, good. Oh, it's not the dog box. Okay, walk your hands back. Curl your back toes under. Let's take the right leg back and just take it up so you find the extension, and then lower the right foot to meet the left. Yeah, and then look forward to your hands, and let's walk or float the feet all the way through and have a seat. Yeah, and extend your legs out in front. Nice. Bring your fingertips just behind your hips so that you can press down into your fingertips to lift up through the crown of the head. Tone up the lower abdominals, right? Think about sitting up really tall, and then just with your eyeballs, I want you to look down to your toes. 3 breaths here. See if you can keep your thighs engaged by feeling like you're kind of hugging them together a little bit, and then rotating the inner thigh down just slightly. Okay, from here, let's walk the hands back, bend the knees, place your feet on the floor. When you're ready, we're gonna inhale, take your hips up. So coming into reverse tabletop. 3 breaths here. Last 2. 1 more. And then lower the hips down, right? Extend the legs out in front, sit up tall, and then fold over the legs. 3 breaths here. Last one. And we'll come all the way up. We're gonna bend the right knee, and then we're gonna drop the right knee off to the side. So the sole of the right foot's on the inside of the left leg, right? So coming into Janu Shirshasana, so I want you to take your left hand out to the side and bring your right hand to your left thigh. Sit up tall, and then you're gonna rotate to the left and look over the left shoulder. Now, just with your head, look at your left foot. Take a full breath in. On your exhale, fold over the left leg. And then I want you to press your right heel into the inside of your left thigh. And think about the activation of the right leg. as you lengthen out through the right side of the body, right? So we're gonna drop the right shoulder down in line with the left. One more breath here. Okay, look forward. We're gonna release that. And then I want to bend the left knee. And then we're gonna take the right leg on top. So we're stacking our shins. There's lots of variations with this. If you're like, this is not happening, my right hip's not gonna do that. You can take a blanket or something to put in between your left ankle and your right knee. Or if it's just a little bit of something, you want a little support, you can slide your left heel back to be like right underneath your right thigh. And then we'll sit up tall. Bring your right hand next to your right hip. Inhale your left arm up and come over to the right. So as you inhale, I want you to think really reaching through your left fingertips. And on your exhale, start to lower the left shoulder down and reach through your left fingertips, kind of folding like a diagonal over your right knee. Okay, walk your hands to center. Inhale, look forward. On your exhale, fold over the shins. Just a couple of breaths here. Walk your hands back. We are going to grab a hold of the big toe of the right foot with the first two fingers of the right hand. Okay, we're going to straighten the left leg out in front. Now, bring your right knee to the inside of the right arm. And then we're going to roll down. Let me take this out from behind me because that will really hurt. Okay, so roll down to your back. You're still holding on to your big toe, right? Bring your left hand on top of your left thigh and then start to extend your right leg. Your head and shoulders are up off the floor. So your left hand's on your left thigh and you're reaching your fingertips down towards your toes. Tone up your lower abdominals, right? Lift up through the heart. Another inhale here. On your exhale, you're going to lower all the way down. So here's the deal. If you have a little bend in the knee, it's all good. You're still getting a nice stretch, I imagine. Yeah? Open up to the right and look to the left. So now we're coming out to the right side with the right leg. 2 more breaths here. We're going to come back to center. So inhale, back up. Exhale, lift the head and shoulders one more time. See if you can bring your nose up towards your knee. And then you're going to release your right foot and lower all the way down onto your back. Hug your knees in. We're going to rock back and forth, come all the way up to our seat. So that we can do the other side. Straighten your legs out in front. Bring the sole of your left foot to the inside of your right leg. Now bring your left or your right hand out to the side and bring your left hand across to your right thigh. Take a full breath in, sit up tall. On your exhale, look over your right shoulder. Now, with just your head, look at your right toes. We're going to fold over the right leg. And then you're going to keep that little bit of rotation in the upper back, right? So you're going to drop your left shoulder down in line with your right. And then press your left heel into your inner thigh. Your right toes are pointing up towards the ceiling. Let's do 2 more breaths here. Now inhale, look forward, and then we're going to release the hands. So we're going to bend the right knee, and then we're going to stack the left shin on top of the right. So same thing here. If you feel like your left leg is nowhere near your ankle, just bring something there to give yourself a little bit of support. Otherwise, you can slide your right heel back towards your bum, right? And give your leg that support. From here, bring your left hand next to your left hip. inhale the right arm up and come over to the left. So think about the length that we have on the right side of the body. So inhale, really reach through your right fingertips. And on the exhale, we're going to start to drop the right shoulder down and fold over the left leg, right? Kind of like at an angle. From here, let's walk the hands towards center. Inhale, lift the sternum, and then exhale, folding over the legs. And a couple of breaths here. Let's walk the hands back. And then we're going to take the two fingers on the left hand and grab a hold of the big toe. Okay, from here, we're going to hug the left knee in towards the chest, but bring it on the inside of the left arm. Straighten your right leg out. We're going to roll down. Okay, once you roll down, I want you to bring your right hand on top of your right thigh with your right toes pointed, right? Maybe you start out with a bend in your left knee. Your right arm is not on the floor, so it's reaching down your thigh, and then start to straighten the left leg. Keep the tone of the lower abdominals and keep trying to lift up through the sternum, look up towards your big toe. 2 more breaths. Okay, lower the head and shoulders, and you can bend into your left knee a little bit if that feels better. And then we're going to open up to the left and look to the right. 3 breaths. I'm doing the opposite. Okay, last breath here. So we'll inhale, come back to center, and then exhale, lift the head and shoulders. Now release the left foot. Lower all the way down. And then we're going to bend the knees, place the feet on the floor. Bring your arms down by the side of the body, right? And then palms are facing down, right? We have a bend in the knee. And then I want you to lift your hips up. So coming into a bridge. And I feel like this is more of, I don't know if anyone does Pilates, but this is more of like a Pilates style bridge. So you're not going to go as high, right? We're not trying to get the shoulders on the back. This is really about lower abdominals, staying very toned and pressing down through the soles of the feet to get the hips up. Now, on your next exhale, I want you to roll down like 1 vertebrae at a time, like really deliberately. Yeah, and then with your inhale, you're going to very deliberately roll back up. So starting with the tailbone, lifting up, and then on the exhale, very deliberately, you're going to roll back down. We're doing 3 more. You'll inhale, bring it up, and exhale, rolls back down. And let's have this be the last one. Inhale, rolls up. And then exhale, bring it back down. Okay, now slide your heels just a tiny bit closer to your bum. Bring your arms in really close to the side of the body. Bend your elbows so your forearms come up, your palms are facing. You're going to take a full breath in here. On your exhale, press into the backs of the arms like you're puffing your chest up. Now inhale, take your hips up into bridge. Probably what you traditionally find in a yoga room, right? So you're like really opening up through the chest. Now release your hands down to the mat. Interlace all 10 fingers. Rock your upper body side to side. Really get your shoulders underneath you on your back. Take a full breath here. On your exhale, slowly lower your hips down just until you get to your hands. We're not sitting on our hands. It's just a tap. Because then you're going to inhale, take your hips back up. Exhale is going to lower down. Inhale, it's gonna take it back up. 3 more. Exhale, gonna lower down. Inhale is gonna bring it back up. Last one. Exhale is gonna lower down. Inhale, bring it back up and hold here for 5 breaths. 1, feeling the strength in the back of the body, right? Like you can feel the backs of the thighs and the glutes because they are working to get your hips up. 3, 4, and 5. Keep your hips up high. Release your feet. Not your feet, your hands. Now, bring your arms up overhead to release your shoulders. Lift your heels. Lower all the way down. Nice. Hug your knees in. Make little circles with your knees. Massage your lower back. Now bring your arms down by the side of the body. Extend your legs up towards the ceiling. Yeah, and flex your feet so it's like you're pressing your heels up towards the ceiling. Now come into happy baby, right? Grabbing either your shins, you can grab the instep or the outside of the foot, and you're gonna rock side to side. And in my mind, I don't know if there's any accuracy to this. I always feel like I'm getting like my kidneys, right? I'm all, ooh, giving them a little love. I don't know. It's just, I feel like I heard someone say it in a class once and I was like, that sounds like the truth. I'll take it. Now come back to center and pause. Nice. Bring the soles of the feet together with the knees apart, kind of like a Baddha Konasana, but you're hugging your feet towards your body. Yeah. And then hug your knees in. Yeah, take a full breath here. On your exhale, lift your head and shoulders, bring your chin up towards your knees and squeeze everything in. And another full breath here. On your exhale, release onto your back. And then you get to do Shavasana. So grab anything that you think you may want, right? Maybe you're in your house, you can grab a pillow, put it underneath your head. This could be an amazing Shavasana. Right, and then no worries about coming out. I'll bring us out in a couple of minutes, just giving yourself a chance to just kind of assimilate all of the movement that we did and maybe process just your thoughts from the day, right? Maybe you got to go somewhere today. Even if it was just the gas station, because Costco has really inexpensive gas. But that's neither here nor there. So I want you to open and close your jaw just a couple of times. Release any tension in your neck, in your face. And then relax all the muscles that surround the eyes. slowly start to deepen your breath. Bringing a little bit of movement to the body, wiggling the fingers and toes. With your next inhale, bring your arms up overhead and come into a full body stretch. You're going to bend one knee at a time. Place your feet on the floor. And I want you to roll onto your left side, using your left arm as a pillow. And take a pause here. Right? Allow yourself this pause in transition from Shavasana. Shavasana is a time for releasing and letting go. Right? And we come onto our side after Shavasana and take this pause as a time for reflection. Right? So I want you to think about what you want to take with you from the mat. Right? What do you want to take with you and carry through the rest of your evening or into your weekend? Right? And it could be any number of things from peace and harmony to compassion and kindness. Right? Maybe something as simple as strength, right? Stability, which all these things can be physical as well as emotional. Right? So however it applies to you, I want you to take a full breath in. And on your exhale, come all the way back up to your seat. Finding your seat, keeping your eyes closed, bring your hands over your heart. You're going to close your eyes and gently bow the head. With your mind, offer your heart perfect gratitude. Gratitude for beating, pumping blood, moving oxygen through the body. Gratitude for being your center for compassion and kindness and forgiveness. I want you to offer yourself all of those things. I want to thank you for sharing your practice and your energy with us this evening. Namaste. Here, let me unmute.
Thank you, Ashley.
Thank you so much.
Good night.
Sorry for coming in.
Thank you.
Bye, Camry.
Bye.
Michael, hi.
How do I
Hi,
change?
sorry I came late.
You're fine. What's going on? I miss your face.
Oh, I didn't know that we were still coming into the studio. Otherwise, I would have volunteered to be one of the model thingies.
All the demonstrators. I know it's like so exciting to get to come in.
Hi, Sierra.
11 a week.
Almost done, right?
Yeah.
I demo for Adrian sometimes, but now Joe is getting in on the action. So I'm all right.
Is it just like a
How is the
policy?
sound?
I can hear very well. There was a couple of times where it was in and out, but
Was it?
yeah, I just had to finagle with my volume though, and then it came back.
Did you feel like it was more on your end than on this end?
Probably, yeah.
Okay. Okay.
But at the same time, like I was kind of like in a rush setting things up, so I
Right.
don't know.
Right.
It could
Right.
just.
Aw, well, I'm glad you make it. Makes me happy.
Yes.
I was excited to
I'm
see you
definitely
pop
gonna
up.
Try to come to more.
Yeah, come. For sure.
I hope you guys are well.
I know you too. Is everyone good on your end?
Yeah, keeping
Good,
healthy,
good,
keeping
good.
safe.
Good. That's great.
Yeah. I just realized now, though, like with these cameras, that I should probably paint my walls because it looks pretty grim here.
Do you know what? You're like the only one I could see because everybody else's house is so dark.
Yeah.
I was like, oh, I can't see them at all. I don't know. There's like a lamp on somewhere, I think.
I wasn't sure if they had video up or not, or if there was just like a picture or something.
They did. It was just so dark.
Mm.
Yeah. All right, honey. Well, I'm going to go. Hopefully I'll see you soon.
Yes, drive safe.
Okay.
Probably Saturday.
All right, cool. Awesome stuff.
How do we...
Stop that.